As a teenager, Kevin Garnett once found himself in a gym with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Isaiah Thomas. Garnett would play Scottie Pippen that day, and after the fact, Isaiah Thomas would walk over and tell Garnett that he could play in the NBA, quote, right now. This is the story of Kevin Garnett, a player that changed the NBA forever.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Kevin Garnett started playing basketball in elementary school, and by the time he reached high school, he was 6'6". Garnett became a starter very quickly and progressed rapidly. During his junior season, he averaged 29 points and 19 rebounds, becoming South Carolina's Mr. Basketball. Garnett moved to Chicago, where he would win a city title with his new team. He now had the attention of the NBA and college. But after struggling to qualify academically, Kevin Garnett would become the first high school player to enter the NBA draft since 1975. Garnett didn't make this decision without criticism, though. Michael Wilbon, for instance, said, quote, "The first day a pro scout pays the slightest attention, school becomes nothing but an impediment to making millions," end quote. Due to still being at school during the time of his pre-draft process, Kevin Garnett had a single workout in Chicago, one that was attended by GMs and owners. There were a few key figures that Kevin Garnett impressed. Miami Heat decision-maker Pat Riley and newly appointed Timberwolves general manager Kevin McHale. Draft day came and 4 teams passed on Kevin Garnett. The Warriors took Joe Smith, the Clippers took Antonio McDyess, the 76ers took Jerry Stackhouse, and the Washington Bullets took Rasheed Wallace. The Timberwolves, now on the clock, decided to pull the trigger. They took the high upside Garnett, betting on his talent. That was a bet that paid off pretty much immediately. During his rookie season, he averaged 10 points, 6 rebounds, and over a block and a half per game, earning him all-rookie honors. Over the following 3 seasons, Garnett would make the All-Star game twice. He was one of the league's brightest stars at a young age, being only 23 years old now. His team, though, over those 3 seasons would exit in the first round of the playoffs every year. In 1999, it happened again. Garnett averaged 23 points and 12 rebounds, and the Minnesota Timberwolves were eliminated in the first round by the Portland Trail Blazers in only 4 games. By this point, Garnett was the total package. He could shoot, he could dribble, he was one of the best defenders in the NBA, and he could score inside. There, quite frankly, wasn't much that he couldn't accomplish in the NBA. And despite that, the Minnesota Timberwolves still managed to struggle. From 1999 to 2002, Garnett made the All-Star game 4 times. He had also been selected to an All-NBA team 4 times. He had also been selected to 4 All-Defense teams. That's pretty good for a 4-year stretch. Now, we could just stop here. Kevin Garnett had cemented himself in NBA history for his recent accomplishments, how good of a player he was. But that's not the entire story of his legacy. What he did for high school players entering the pros at this point in NBA history should be talked about. In '96, the year after Garnett was drafted, 2 players made the jump, Kobe Bryant and Jermaine O'Neal. In '97, it was Tracy McGrady. In '98, it was Al Harrington and Rashard Lewis. Skip a little ahead to 2003, the present day in our story, And we get to the big one, the king, a player in a tier of his own for as long as he wants to play. But this story isn't about him. It's about the player that paved the way for him. And so we arrive to the 2003-2004 NBA season.
The most versatile player in the game.
Is there anything he can't do?
He is the best player on the planet.
Kevin Garnett, now 27 years old, would have the biggest season of his career. He averaged 24 points, 14 rebounds, and over 2 blocks per game, becoming the NBA's MVP, most valuable player. This team, with surrounding talent such as Sam Cassell and Latrell Sprewell, would make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals. But Cassell would miss the series due to a hip injury, and the Timberwolves would go on to lose to the Lakers in 6 games. This, unfortunately for Garnett, would be the height of his time in Minnesota. The next 3 seasons would be a blur, but Garnett still found individual success, making 3 straight All-Star appearances. But now, in 2007, it was time for a change. Garnett was eager to win, and the Timberwolves, well, they suck. So Garnett was traded to the Boston Celtics for the 2007-2008 season. Garnett immediately fit in on a team with Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo, and his old teammate Sam Cassell. Garnett averaged 19 points and 9 rebounds on that Celtics team, one that would actually have some playoff success. They beat the Hawks, Cavs, and Pistons on their way to play the Los Angeles Lakers in the finals, whom the Celtics would beat in only 6 games. Garnett wouldn't quite reach the highs that he had over the previous few seasons, but he still was a very good NBA player. Over the course of the next 5 seasons, he would make an All-Star team 4 times, including during his age 36 season in Boston. After that, he would be traded to Brooklyn. And in 2014-15, he finally made his way back home to Minnesota, where he would play out the rest of his career. After his career, Kevin Garnett starred on a movie called Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler and Julia Fox. He played himself in the movie that would become critically acclaimed.
I've never in my life tried to really go at you in your suits and stuff. Tonight, I am stressing to you. You take this outfit home and you burn it.
There are so many people that have changed the NBA over the years. Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. And then there's a level of player which forges paths for others, defying social norms and silencing otherwise loud critics. They're unsung heroes in a world of hype. There aren't many people like that. But Kevin Garnett was.
Top of the world!
Kevin! What does top of the world feel like, Kevin?
As always, I appreciate everybody for watching, listening. Please like and subscribe and comment and all that. It really helps build the channel from really ground up. It's very early on here, and to be able to have the traction that I do already is pretty amazing to me. But please follow my Twitter at dj.png. I've got a few different big videos planned coming up, so stay tuned. I'm trying to do weekly releases on Friday. We'll see if that holds. I have a pretty busy schedule, so we'll see. Thanks, and see you later.